Hi, Pips friends. Let's plan your blog content together. This video is going to be just like my others, but I actually have little notes that tell me when to screen share and show you other things. So bear with me. I'm not an expert slideshow creator. I am an expert at blogging. So whenever you first start your blog, you're going to want to plan your content categories carefully. So start planning your blog content by focusing on 1 to 3 categories. These will also be called buckets whenever I'm talking. Everything you write, at least for now, should fit nicely into these 1 to 3 buckets. Do not stray, do not lose focus, don't add in a bunch of related topics, okay? Stick with 1 to 3 because we need to fill these buckets up first before adding any others. I also recommend writing in clusters. So a cluster is like, say 25, random number, but 25 blog posts about one very tight topic. That's a cluster. And so then they're all going to be interlinked. They're going to build up your topical authority. The reason we're writing in clusters is for topical authority. You don't want to have a blog where you write 3 posts about this topic and 2 about this and 15 about this. Your readers and search engines will be very confused. That's why, especially at first, we keep it very tight with our categories. And then inside of the categories, we can have clusters. So let me do a brief explanation here on the terminology. So you have your category. Your category can be a cluster, but you could also have a category that has clusters inside of it. Now, how you create these clusters is up to you. There's 2 different ways that I know how to do it, and I'm going to show you both ways, but it really just depends on how your brain works because my brain works really well doing one way, and a lot of people are like, I can't do it that way. So we flipped it. Okay. So working backwards is how I do it. So you start off with one roundup style post, which I'm going to link some below if you're unfamiliar with that phrase. But in this post, you're going to do, let's say, 10 best Latin America travel destinations for young families. Okay, that's a pretty long title, but just an example, right? You're going to write that post, and each of the 10 destinations will have an image and a few short paragraphs, which, if you follow the PIPS path, your paragraphs are actually going to be 1 to 2 sentences long, 2 to 3 lines. They're not actual paragraphs like back in school, 5 to 6 sentences. Don't do that. If you do that, it's going to create big long walls of text, especially on mobile. That's no bueno. So you're going to write that post with an image and a few short paragraphs about that destination and, of course, why it's amazing for young families, because that's what the post is about, right? After you've written that post, you're going to go ahead and hit publish, and then you're going to fill out that cluster. So this roundup style post can also be known as a pillar post if you're learning all the terminology. There's a lot of words that overlap and cross over and all these things. So I don't want you to get hung up on the terminology. Um, but if you hear pillar post, that is a type of pillar post. So you're going to now write an entire blog post for each of those destinations. So by the end of this, you're going to have 11 blog posts in this one cluster, and you can add to it, of course. That's why we do not put numbers in our URLs. And then you're going to interlink all of the posts. So you're going to go back into the pillar post and you're going to say, this destination is great because of XYZ, right? See my full post and have your full post linked. Obviously, use anchor text. Don't be like, click here, etc. But we cover that in other videos in Blogging Foundations. Now, the other way that this works, if your brain is on overload and like, oh my gosh, I cannot do that, there is another way. Just write one blog post at a time. So post number 1 is destination number 1, destination number 2, so each post, right? Once you have all 10 posts published, then you can easily write the roundup post by just grabbing a few sentences from each of the posts, grab an image from each post, and then you have the roundup and link to all of them. Either way works. I personally like the first way because roundup posts tend to get more traffic, like saying 10 destinations versus just one destination. That 10 is going to get more clicks, right? But when you're first starting and you're writing your first like 50 blog posts, you really don't need to worry about it because it takes a little while to get traffic. So try it and see which way works best for your brain, and then go from there. So I'm giving you your homework right now, but we still have a lot of ways to go. I'm going to show you all of these things. If you already know how to do this, you don't need to watch the rest of the video, okay? But your homework for this video is to do 45 idea drafts. I want you to stick to 1 to 3 buckets, stay focused. You can use your own brain. You can use Topical Map, RankIQ, RightBlogger. And what I want you to do is go into your WordPress, okay? And then you're just going to put blog post ideas in your WordPress dashboard and save them as drafts. You can put some notes in there if you have them, but really it's just getting a topic into your drafts, okay? 45 is a totally arbitrary number. You can pick your own number. However, if you have 3 buckets, I want you to have 15 ideas in each category. If you're doing 2 buckets, about 20 in each category. And if you're doing 1 bucket, do as many as you can, before you get sick of the topic. Remember that this part is fun. I know I'd call it homework, but the homework is usually fun. This part is fun. Do not let it overwhelm you. Just do as many as you can. I'm going to show you how right now. And you guys, this is where I'm going to have to pause and screen share and all of that. So please be patient. Okay, so there's 3 different ways that I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to show you with Topical Map AI, with RankIQ, and with RightBlogger, okay? There are pros and cons to each. So with Topical Map AI, the pros are that it's very robust and it's so easy to use. It's literally a click. The cons are that it's very robust. So if you're brand new and you get overwhelmed easily, you also may have a difficult time axing ideas, and you'll see what I mean by this. It gives you like 1,000 ideas. That can be overwhelming when you're first starting, and I don't want you to lose focus. So just keep that in mind if you choose this path. The other con that I don't like, when it started out, it was a one-time payment. Loved it, promoted the heck out of it. Now it's a monthly payment. I don't need more monthly payments. So it's a monthly payment, but you can always cancel after you run your reports. Okay, so we are in Topical Map AI, and we're going to make a map. So I have a bunch of these guys. Ignore that. Just go to Maps, and then New Map, okay? And then whenever you make your map, you're just going to name it, right? So I'm going to put Arizona Kevin. I'm making this. My husband we have a travel blog. My husband does it. But I'm going to make a map about Arizona. So let's pretend that that is one of my buckets, okay? And then you can choose SEO keywords or social first articles. I'm choosing social first articles for this. And then the niche is, let's say, Arizona travel. There is a video if you want to watch it on, what makes a great niche, yada, yada. Language, I chose English. Amount of topics. If you get overwhelmed easily, you want to make sure that you go way, way down to fewest. If you like all kinds of ideas and you can pull yourself, like you can rein yourself in, then with social first, you can go medium. And then with SEO first, you can go to most. And then you choose your model. You guys, when you're watching this, it may look a lot different. Just walk through the step by step, okay? You can use one that takes half a map credit or up to 2 map credits, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and try Claude 2 map credits. And then this is very important. If this is an option, whenever you're doing this, I want you to choose yes for editing subtopics, okay? And then we're going to click Generate Map. Now, the ideas it has given me are best time to visit Grand Canyon, hiking trails in Sedona. Yes, please. Any excuse to go to Sedona, I'm all in. Phoenix's top museums. So this gives us our subtopics over here on the left-hand side, and then it gives us our parent topic over here on the right-hand side. Whenever it says that, it's basically like this is a category, and then this could be the subtopic could be a cluster. But again, don't get hung up on the tiny little logistics of it, okay? Now, if you want to get rid of something, you're going to go ahead and press this button. I really don't like any of these, if I'm being honest. Route 66 attractions are okay. I'm not going rock climbing. It's really weird that this is what it gave me. I have not had this experience before. So we're going to generate some more. So now I press regenerate. It gave me some more ideas. I'm still not in love with them. If this happens to you, just go back and start a new map. It's not a big deal. I'm just going to keep going though, since we're on video. Now, after the map is generated, you can download it as a CSV. You can copy the keywords. There's all kinds of things you can do. We're not getting into that. I have a full tutorial on Topical Map AI, but what I want to show you are the ideas, okay? So 5 secrets to beating the crowds at the Grand Canyon. Why winter might be the Grand Canyon's best kept secret. So this is all, you see this cluster right here? This is all about the best time to visit the Grand Canyon. This next cluster is hiking trails in Sedona. So all of these posts, all the way down to here, go hiking trails in Sedona. So you're going to go through this list and pick out which clusters you want to start with. And then you're going to start popping them into your WordPress dashboard. So let's see. 5 hidden gems in Tucson's food scene you're missing out on. Okay, let's choose that one. I'm going to go over to posts. I'm going to click add new post. And this is in my WordPress dashboard. I pasted the idea in here. And then let's say I have place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I already have them in my head. I would actually make it 15. I wouldn't make it 5. I wouldn't click on 5, okay? But let's just say that I have these places in mind already. Those are my notes, and that's all I do. I might add it to a category here, okay? So say we have Arizona right there, and then save draft. That's it. And you're just going to rinse and repeat for all of your ideas. And again, if you get Topical Map AI, you can actually create so many maps just with 1 month's worth of credits. So I would recommend doing that. All right, so that was Topical Map AI. We're going to look at RankIQ now. So the pros with RankIQ are the keyword library is amazing. Love it, love it, love it. And it's super easy to use. The cons are it is the most expensive tool on the list. And it can be overwhelming and confusing on a whole if you aren't sure what you're looking at. I do have a full RankIQ tutorial as well, but I'm going to show you how I would create my idea drafts. That's what this is all about. Idea drafts in WordPress. When you log into RankIQ, again, whenever you watch this video, your screen might look different than mine. Don't freak out. Just follow the instructions for the program that you're using. So you go to the keyword library, and then I'm going to search Arizona, just again, as to keep the examples the same so it's fair. And then you don't really have to worry about all this data over here, because what I want you to focus on is grabbing ideas that you think your audience will love. You can always dive deep, watch the tutorial videos, watch my walkthrough, all of the things if you want. But if you're the type to get overwhelmed, I just want you to grab ideas. That's it, okay? So you're going to go through this list and see which one of these fits. So aircraft museums in Arizona, I know that my husband and I would love to visit those, so I might put those all over there. I might put those in there. There's some that don't fit, so we wouldn't worry about those. You're just going to scroll through. Arizona birds of prey. That's not something I would write about, but maybe Arizona boondocking if you're going to boondock. Arizona breweries. We would do more like Arizona coffee shops, but again, that's a great idea if that's something you're doing. Arizona castles, Arizona caves. These are things that we would love doing. So I'm going to put Arizona caves. I'm just going to copy it. I'm not going to run the report right now. Just getting the ideas. Okay. And I'm going to go to add new and put Arizona caves and then save draft. And again, if you have any ideas, put those notes in there, but that's that. That's all you have to worry about is collecting ideas, okay? Arizona day trips. That's another one I would do. So again, we're going back. Oops, save draft. We're going back, pressing add new post. Pop that in there. These are not blog post titles. These are simply ideas. I have another video on creating blog post titles. I try to cover one thing in each video so it's easy to keep up with. So this is all you do. Just keep rinsing and repeating. Just go, go, go. Go to page 2, go to page 3. And now if you have reports left, make sure that you run them. If you're just now signing up, you can wait, but every month they reset. So I like to make sure that my reports are run, which you can see this is the 29th of the month and I have all my reports left. So I'm going to run my reports today. But you're just going to go through the keyword library, go, 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 and get your ideas. Okay, that's it. It's super simple. It's super easy. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed. And now for my current favorite tool, which is RightBlogger. The pros are that it has 70 plus other tools all wrapped into one. It's the most affordable on this list for what it is. It's got all these tools. It's not just one tool that does one thing, right? And RankIQ, in RankIQ's defense, it is an SEO tool. So I'm not trying to compare the two. Overall, I do have a post about that. But I'm trying to show you for this step of the process why you might want to go with each tool. Okay. RightBlogger is super easy to use. Their customer service is so friendly and helpful if you have any questions. The cons with RightBlogger, there's really only one in my opinion. It's just that it can be overwhelming because there's so many options. But just focus on the ones that you need. Okay. I'm inside my RightBlogger dashboard. If yours looks different, remember to just follow the instructions. But I have my favorite tools saved on the left-hand side. I do have a full review video and blog post about this if you want to dive in. But for this, we're doing keyword clusters, okay? Keyword clusters. Things to do in Arizona is what we're going for, okay? And I just chose my writing style here, and I'm going to click generate. Now, you guys, these are each a start of a cluster, okay? So do I want to talk about outdoor activities? This is something that you need to do while you're coming up with your ideas. When the tools give you ideas, don't just be like, oh, well, it told me to write about this. No, go back to who am I talking to? Who am I serving? Who is my niche audience, right? And then outdoor activities. Do I want to write about outdoor activities in Arizona? If so, then I'm going to grab these ideas. If not, I'm going to skip them. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Another cluster is city attractions, and then it's got Phoenix, Tucson, Sedona, Flagstaff. Oh my gosh, love it. Adventure sports, cultural experiences, family-friendly activities, scenic drives. This is epic. You guys, this is what I mean by RightBlogger is super easy. It is affordable and it has all these other tools as well. So that is why I am constantly reminding you guys about RightBlogger. So scenic drives, I get car sick, so I'm probably not going to write about those. Cultural experiences we'll definitely write about. So let's see. Arizona art galleries, Arizona historical sites. Okay, we're not going to write about adventure sports. I'm not very adventurous, if you can't tell. I like to sit and blog and hide inside as much as I can. But I will go do some things. So let's go. I do like this one, outdoor activities. Okay, so let's do Arizona hot springs. And so you're going to take your idea, again, go over to WordPress, add new post, and then put that in there, save draft, choose your category if you want, and then you're going to rinse and repeat this process however many times, right? All right, so we're back over here to the slideshow. This is your homework reminder. Now that I've walked you through all the steps, if you were confused before, hopefully it makes sense now. But you have to stay focused. You saw Topical Map. It gave hundreds of ideas. RankIQ, there were dozens of pages of keyword ideas, right? You have to focus on what actually fits for you and for your niche audience. Not just like, oh, this looks like a good keyword. Don't focus on that. Focus on getting your ideas dumped into your WordPress dashboard so then we can move on to writing your blog posts. I want you to comment below letting me know what your buckets are. So 1 to 3 buckets, whatever they are, comment below so I know that you watched the whole video and tell me what your buckets are.